Aggersborg lies on the northern shore of the Limfjord, in a landscape that looks peaceful today. But more than 1,000 years ago, this place was chosen for one of the most ambitious military constructions of the Viking Age. A perfect circle, 240 meters across. 48 longhouses arranged with mathematical precision. And a strategic location that controlled one of the most important waterways in Denmark. This is Aggersborg, the largest Viking ring fortress ever built. To understand Aggersborg, you first need to understand the Limfjord. In the Viking Age, this waterway was a highway. It connected the North Sea to the Baltic, allowing ships to move quickly between Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. Whoever controlled the Limfjord controlled trade, movement, and military logistics. Aggersborg sits at the narrowest point of the fjord, a perfect choke point. A place where ships could be monitored, stopped, or taxed. It wasn't built here by accident. It was built here because this was one of the most important strategic locations in the entire kingdom. Like the other ring fortresses, Aggersborg is a perfect geometric circle. But unlike the others, it is enormous. The rampart forms a circle 240 meters across, twice the size of Firkat. The walls were built from earth and timber, rising several meters high, with a wooden palisade on top. 4 gates divide the fortress into 4 equal quadrants, aligned precisely with the cardinal directions. This level of precision is not typical for Viking architecture. It suggests planning, engineering, and central authority, something far beyond local chieftains. Aggersborg was not a village. It was not a farm. It was a statement of power. Inside the fortress stood 48 longhouses, arranged in a perfect ring. Each house was identical in size and shape. Each house had the same orientation. And each house was placed with mathematical accuracy. This uniformity is unique in Viking archaeology. The longhouses were not family homes. They were barracks. Aggersborg could house several hundred warriors at a time, possibly more. It was a military base, a training ground, and a staging point for large-scale operations. Some archaeologists believe Aggersborg was used to assemble troops for King Harald Bluetooth's campaigns. Others think it may have played a role in the transition to the reign of Sweyn Forkbeard. Whatever the purpose, Aggersborg was built for people who followed orders. Aggersborg was likely constructed around the year 980, during the reign of Harald Bluetooth, the king who unified Denmark and converted the kingdom to Christianity. Harald's reign was marked by massive building projects, the Jelling monuments, the bridge at Ravningenge, and the ring fortresses. Aggersborg fits perfectly into this pattern. It shows a king who wanted control. A king who wanted order. A king who wanted to demonstrate his power through architecture. Aggersborg wasn't just a fortress. It was propaganda, a physical symbol of a centralized kingdom. Standing on the ramparts today, you can see why this location mattered. To the north, the Limfjord stretches toward the sea. To the south, the land opens into fertile fields. To the east and west, the fjord narrows, a natural bottleneck. From here, you could see ships approaching long before they arrived. You could control movement. You could protect the kingdom's interior. Aggersborg was not hidden. It was meant to be seen, a message carved into the landscape. Daily life inside Aggersborg would have been structured and disciplined. Warriors trained in formation. Ships arrived with supplies. Messengers carried orders from the king. Craftsmen repaired weapons and tools. And leaders planned campaigns that could shape the future of the kingdom. This was not a chaotic Viking settlement. It was organized, efficient, and centralized. Aggersborg represents a different side of the Viking Age, one of administration, military planning, and royal authority. Like the other ring fortresses, Aggersborg was used for only a short period, perhaps a decade or two. Its purpose remains debated, but its impact is clear. It shows that the Viking Age was not just raids and exploration. It was also engineering, strategy, and state building. Aggersborg stands today as a reminder of a moment when Denmark was transforming, becoming a kingdom with borders, laws, and centralized power. A perfect circle on the edge of the Limfjord. A fortress built to control the future. If you enjoy calm Viking history told in one take, consider subscribing. More is coming. Next week, we explore Trelleborg, the most iconic ring fortress of them all.